if you are sending cold emails and you think your copy is good, your offer is good, your subject line is good, and everything else is good, but you're still not getting any bookings, there could be one big reason that why you're not getting those bookings. And in this video, I'm gonna explain what is the reason behind you may not be getting bookings. Okay? Now, the really important thing is probably because 70% of good results actually comes from the lead list, right? And you may be wondering, like, everyone gets the same leads, right? And I'm gonna send to them, and I'm gonna get good results or like decent results, but you're not getting them. Now, I actually have like a kind of like a metaphor, metaphor to kind of explain what I'm talking about. So just bear with me. I'm gonna explain my process of thinking of actually getting good leads and what's the difference behind those good leads, so you can actually learn like how it all works with cold email. Okay, so let's say you go into a competition where within 24 hours you need to get 5 fishes, right? You need to fish for 5 fishes, and within 24 hours you get those 5 fishes, you get a pot of gold, right? Let's say just like $1 million or anything along those lines. Okay, now there are two options that you have. Okay, option one is just kind of go next street, and there's like a pond where everyone fishes, and then try to fish there. Okay, option two is go into a pond, like a lake, where no one else is there, but it's really hard to get to it. Okay, now you're probably thinking, well, I mean, obviously I just gonna go to the option two, right? Because no one is there. But remember, it's really hard to get to. To get to option two, you need to, go to like super swampy, scary forest to actually go to it, and you walk there like for a few hours. Afterwards, you go to like a mountains, you climb, you maybe find a mountain lion or whatever, and just to kind of travel to that lake, it takes around like 12 hours for you, okay? And afterwards, you're able to get and you're able to fish, okay? And Abraham Lincoln once said, "Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I'll spend the first 4 hours sharpening the axe." Now, why is that? Because it actually takes effort. You need to put in the effort to actually get the best result possible, right? You just can't like half-ass it. Now, why I'm talking about this example? Because a lot of the people just go to pick option one because they're lazy, right? And once they're lazy, they go, I mean, they say, there's plenty of fish. There's plenty of fish in the sea, in this case, in the lake. I'm gonna just go fish there and hopefully get those, 5 fish. Okay? Now, you or I, in this case, I'd rather go to the option two and, have like this big hike, big scary hike. So I'm almost guaranteed to actually get that $1 million, the pot of gold. Now, speaking of cold email terms, so hopefully I made this whole point clear. Speaking of cold email terms, option one is usually people just go to Apollo, right? Apollo IO, and they just use like basic filters to actually, get some leads and then kind of export it, right? Which is not ideal. And the option two that you could have is actually go into like niche directories, scrape domains, and enrich those domains. Okay, the big difference between those is people usually don't want to do it because it either costs too much time or it costs a bit more money than just scraping an Apollo list, sending it to some Indian dude on Fiverr, and then scraping the Apollo list for a couple, $20 or so to get tens of thousands of leads essentially. Okay, now what I'm going to make this point across with cold email is probably your copy, your offer, everything else could be good, but the lead list you are targeting is not the best. And this is causing you to have really not great results, honestly. Now, I'm speaking of experience because recently just like did a test where we got leads like straight from Apollo and then enriched leads that we scraped from directories. With that, we sent from Apollo, we reached in total 2,430 leads. We got 58 replies were out of office, 46 replies just like basic replies, and then 11 positive replies out of those almost 2,500 leads, which is eh, decent metrics, right? You can work with them, you won't have a big problem. But what we did then next, I guess at the same time, not even next, at the same time, we had the list of enriched leads from script directories, and we sent even less, like we sent nearly 2,000 leads, those emails. We got a whopping 4.1 reply rate, and you got 23 replies, right? So even by sending less cold emails to less leads, we got more than double the amount of positive reply rates, right? Which doubled the amount of appointments we got because literally it's that simple. Now, I want you to think, is it worth it for you to put that extra time aside, extra resources aside to actually get more bookings from the same amount of leads you could be getting? Okay. And if you just do that, you're almost guaranteed to get more bookings because the people you're currently reaching out to is like those fish, right, in this pond. If you're getting leads from Apollo, they're being hunted, fished by so many fishermen, where really they just have a lot of lures dangling down from the top of the water, and they can pick anyone, right? But if you're the person that's actually chooses the harder path and actually gets those results and from those leads, builds a lead list that is harder to get, you'll be the person where fish are gonna be fighting for you, not the other way around. In this option, the fishermen are fighting for fish. In this case, the fish will be fighting for you. And by fish, I mean leads, because no one else is targeting them. Obviously, this is a really extreme scenario which I'm showing to you, because I'm trying to get the point across. But what I mean is, not a lot of people do take that step, even though it seems like it if you're not getting results right now. But honestly, not a lot of people do. They put in the effort, or not even a lot of people know about this effort on how to get leads, good leads. And that's why they end up suffering with cold email and then say it's not working, because it works. It really, really well works. Okay, so yeah, appreciate you. Hopefully I made this video valuable as possible. The point that I wanted to get across is actually put some effort in to building a lead list, because in my case, I feel like it's 70% of a good email campaign is an actually good lead list. Because if you're targeting everyone and your lead list is bad, even though your offer is super amazing, you're still not gonna get replies because the leads are bad, right? So yeah, appreciate you. And if you don't want to do the whole stuff of building a lead list yourself and creating actually good campaigns that work, feel free to click the link down below. You can schedule a call with me, and we'll have a strategy call where we can explain like what we do and see if that's something that could work for your business as well. And if not, it is what it is. At least leave the call with some valuable steps. Okay. And yeah, no obligation to do it. Just yeah. So yeah. Have an amazing day.